Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling well in the scriptures, and salutations to you, Akim, across the world, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. And basically, us coming out with this truth, man, us having the spirit of Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai come upon us, and also, with that, we are being given the ability to teach our people who they are, teach our people the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, which are the ways of life. Alright, so you people that say that we're full of hate, alright, say that we teach all kinds of wickedness and just all kinds of slanders, man. Anything you have that's negative to say against us, specifically you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Alright, when we're out there for your benefit, man, alright, telling you to get right before the powers and the entities that have created this place come back, man. Alright, and they happen to love our people, man. And this is what we're trying to tell you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The Creator himself, Yahweh, alright, the entity that created your reality, your spirit, this world, water, trees, alright, fish, animals, etc., man, is coming back to judge this place, man. And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, alright, you happen to be his favorite people, okay? Which is why we go out onto the highways and byways and we tell you this, alright? Because it's all secular history. Prophecy proves it. History proves it, alright? The attributes spoken of our people proves it, alright? And the state and condition that our people are in today proves that we are the children of Israel, man. Alright? And the reason that we're in this condition is because we stopped following the laws, statutes, and commandments, alright, of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Yahweh being the name of who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai being the name of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Okay? Those two entities, both of the powerful entities that are spoken of in the scriptures, we happen to be their favorite people, and we're given law, statutes, and commandments, alright, so that we could direct ourselves, so that we could keep ourselves and hold ourselves to higher standards, alright, compared to all the other nations, which we try to teach you on the highways and byways, man. Alright, and we're coming in the same stead of Moses, because Moses, alright, or Masha, alright, in the Hebrew, alright, he was set up to teach and delegate the law, statutes, and commandments unto our people, man. Alright, and that's the same said that we're coming in, man. Alright, because we've been given the spirit, alright, to find out who we are and to preach good tidings, alright, and to preach this gospel, man. But with that, you know, it comes with our people having to come back to these law, statutes, and commandments, man. Okay? So you people that say we're full of hate, all right, you say that we're pedophiles and all kinds of slanderous, false allegations, man. The Lord is gonna destroy you, man, because we're being set up to usher in a righteous standard of living for our people, all right, before the Lord comes and gets us, because that is the time that we're living in, man. Okay, but without further ado, I'm just gonna get to the scriptures. Lord willing, this is edifying. All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 30, and this is Deuteronomy chapter 30 and 19. It says, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. Okay, so when we go out onto the highways and byways, man, we are calling, all right, heaven and earth as a record against you. All right, so which means that you should probably, all right, with all subjection, hearken unto the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and the standards, all right, and the laws and the regulations, all right, that he has set down for our people is our standard of life, as Deuteronomy the 7th chapter said, or Deuteronomy I believe it's the 4th chapter. All right, he's given us wisdom and understanding amongst all these other nations. We are the most wise and understanding nation if we follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. This is why that this is called before heaven and earth as a record against our people, that we were supposed to be obligated to follow the laws, man. You see? which our people do not do, which we're telling you better start doing, or the Lord when He comes returns, which is near. All right, which is near. That if you are not following these laws, if you don't know His name, if your spirit is wrong, all right, you're gonna be destroyed. All right, it's no joke. This is what the scriptures say. All right, Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. Okay, that I have set before you life and death. All right, so when we go out to the highways and byways, we're presenting unto you life or death. All right, yea or nay. There's no gray area with Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So if you choose to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, come back into the truth of who you are. All right, change your ways. Okay, set your standards up as the standards of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. These are the old paths. All right, which is what we're seeking. All right, our people have fallen away from the old paths, which is why they are in total squalor in the ghettos, while they're the last hire, first fire, while they're at the bottom of the totem pole, man. Because we have left these righteous laws, statutes, and commandments to follow after heathenistic customs, all right, other gods, all right, and other ways of life that are unprofitable, man. Okay. These laws, statutes, and commandments that were given to Moses to give to the children of Israel, who are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, these were laws, statutes, and commandments that brought forth life, all right, brought forth a prosperity. All right, the true prosperity, okay? Following the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you see? But if you do not choose these, then you are choosing death, all right? And then when the Lord returns, all right, and even before, you are going to face death. You're going to face destruction. You're going to face bad times, and then you're going to eventually be destroyed, all right? Deuteronomy 30 and 19, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Because if you follow these laws and choose to willingly, it's a blessing unto you, man. But if you don't, okay, if you choose to do what you want, if you choose to continue to smoke cigarettes, blunts, eat abominable foods, be lesbians, be homosexuals, all right, and all types of wicked ways of life, then you are choosing to be cursed. All right, instead of blessed, you are choosing to be cursed. So people who deny this truth, man, you're already cursed. Okay, you are cursed if you do not follow the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You are cursed. All right, that's why it says here, all right, that I have set before you life and death. Life is you choose life if you choose to follow these words and the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, or you choose death if you choose not to. All right. Okay, you choose a blessing if you choose to follow the laws and connect your standards and put these as your standards. All right, also, and cursing. So you're cursed if you choose not to follow in the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. If you choose not to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments and make this your standard of living and your standard of moral. All right, you are cursed, which is 2/3 of our people, which is why they go past us, scoff us. All right. Say we're crazy, all right? Call us pedophiles, call us rapists, and all kinds of, false allegations, man. But, it comes with the territory because they're cursed, all right? Their mind is already destroyed, so they can't really accurately use their spirit, all right? So they're basically just going off of their emotions instead of the righteousness and the standard of moral that's set up for our people, all right? Which are these laws, statutes, and commandments, all right? Then it says, therefore, choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live, all right? So the Lord, through Moses, is telling us to choose life. How do we choose life? We choose life by choosing to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, all right? To the best of our ability, of course, because we are in captivity, so we can't keep our laws to the best ability, but we are to try, man. We are to practice the righteous acts, as the scripture says, man. And you people that want to just continue to go against this, continue to have rebuttals and continue to slander us, that just shows that you are cursed. You are cursed. You're a cursed vessel. All right, and ultimately you will be destroyed because you're unprofitable, and the Lord cannot use you because He cursed you. All right, He has put you in the mindset of rejecting life. All right, He has put you in the mindset of rejecting the blessing. All right, spoken of here. All right, so all you people that slander us, you're really cursed. You see? All right, verse 20 it says that thou mayest love the Lord thy power, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him, for he is thy life. All right, these laws, statutes, and commandments, and the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that is life. Nothing else outside of that is life. All and everything outside of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is death. All right, and it's unprofitable, man. All right, it says, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him, for he is thy life, and the length of thy days, that thou mayest dwell in the land which Yahweh sware unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them. All right, so when we go back into Israel, these are going to be the law, statutes, and commandments, and the standards set up for our people to follow. All right, nothing else. All right, which is why we're preparing, practicing the righteous acts, waking the 1/3 and the elect of our people up, so we can get out of here, because the Lord's going to come get us and put us back in Israel, man. All right, and we're going to be held to these standards, which the righteous have no problem with. All right, but the people that are cursed, all right, this is a curse unto them, and this is it's basically signifies the destruction of them. All right, soon to come, because they are a cursed seed, they are cursed people out here, cursed vessels. But you who believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to the best of your ability, man, with all your mind, as it says, all right, and those who cleave unto him through his word, through his men of great millstone, from the apostles and elders on down. All right, that means that you love life, and that you are you if you endure, you will receive a huge blessing. All right, which is rulership. All right, in the kingdom. All right, as it speaks of in this 20th chapter, in this 20th verse, man. You see? This is, I'm going to get a couple more and get out of here. I'm not going to make it too long. This is, actually, I'm going to get this. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4 and 5. It says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them. Do what? These laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. All right, it says, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great, who hath the Most High so nigh unto them, as Yahweh our power is in all things that we call upon him for? Which is why we are preaching this word for our people to come back to. We are preaching this word for our people to realize and wake up to the standard again, so we can get on out of here, man. Because this captivity that we're in is over. All right, and this place, America, which is Babylon the Great, in the scriptures, is about to be destroyed. All right, so if you're still calling on Jesus, all right, which goes back to Serapis Christus, which is a Greek god, a Greek idol, all right, it's not our Lord and Savior, then you're going to be destroyed. If you're continuing to dabble in homosexuality and lesbianism and all kinds of wickedness, you're going to be destroyed. Basically, if you're not hearkening unto these words, all right, unto these laws, statutes, and commandments, because these are the only things that make you a wise person and an understanding vessel in the sight of the nations, and most importantly in the sight of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. If you're not holding yourself to this standard, you will be destroyed. Okay, and this is what we're telling you. All right, we're telling you the ins and outs of the scriptures. We're telling you what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing, based off of everything that our forefathers went through. All right, Romans 15:4 says everything written aforetime was written for our learning. So this whole book, all right, directs us in the path of how we should be upon the return of the Lord, and that's what we tell you people on the highways and byways, which you disregard, man. All right, but that's to your disadvantage, because that means you're accursed. All right, we read you everything, all right, from the laws of rape, all right, and that doesn't mean that we go out and rape people. We tell you, all right, and show you the law of rape, all right, just in case that situation happens, all right, how you deal with it righteously, how the Most High wants that type of situation dealt with, based off of His word. That's all we tell you. It's not nobody going out here raping nobody. You people are out of your mind, but that's why it says that you people are cursed, because your mind, all right, has already rejected Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, so you're not going to receive any of his words and his laws, man. Okay? We're telling you literally everything, man. From the Old to the Apocrypha all the way to the New Testament, man. What standards we should be holding ourselves to, man. You see? So I'm going to get one last one to get out of here, man, because if you people hate us, let's see this. Joshua was doing the same thing, and you look at you Christians, all right, we'll look at him as a righteous man. Now let's see what Joshua was doing. All right? And I'm going to end it here. This is Joshua chapter 8, verse 34. Actually, I'm going to start at 32. Okay, Joshua chapter 8, verse 32. And he wrote there upon the stones, Joshua, a copy of the law of Moses, which we were just reading, that would be a blessing unto us in Deuteronomy, all right, the 32nd chapter. All right, the same thing Joshua was presenting to our people. All right. Joshua chapter 8, verse 32. And he wrote there upon the stones a copy of the law of Moses, which he wrote in the presence of the children of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and all Israel, and their elders, and officers, and their judges stood on this side the ark, and on that side before the priests of the Levites, which bear the ark of the covenant of Yahweh, as well the stranger as he that was born among them. Half of them over against Mount Gerizim, and half of them over against Mount Ebal, as Moses the servant of Yahweh had commanded before, that they should bless the people. There's that blessing, man, giving them that blessing of this knowing who they are. All right, giving them the blessing ultimately of following these laws, statutes, and commandments which lead to life. All right, it just told us that we're presenting to them a blessing, all right, and a curse. A blessing if you choose to follow the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, all right, and take heed and hearken, or a curse unto you if you don't want to. All right, but in here Joshua was presenting that same blessing, man. All right, that's why it says, as Moses the servant of Yahweh had commanded before, that they should bless the people of Israel with this word, all right, with this knowledge, with this wisdom and understanding. All right, verse 34. And afterward he read all the words of the law, which will we do, all right, including Deuteronomy, the 22nd chapter, about rape, all right, about if that situation happens, how it should be dealt with righteously, all right, which is a part of all the words of the law, which Joshua was reading, all right. All right. Also, that homosexuals and lesbianism is abomination, and people like that, all right, are to be put to death, which is a part of the law. To you Christians, man, and to you hard-headed, stiff-necked, all right, simple so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all of which are all those things that we speak of are all things that are in the law. All right. Which is what Joshua was reading, man. So is Joshua a righteous man, or is he a man, or is he wicked? All right, because obviously Joshua has a book in the Bible for a reason, because he was a leader. He was a righteous leader of the nation of Israel. All right, he was a man. He was a man of the Most High, a man of God. All right, but we aren't. All right, we're coming in the same stead. We do the same things that he does. All right. Joshua chapter 8 and 34. And afterward he read all the words of the law. All the words. Not just some. Not just things that pertain to your feelings. Okay? The blessings and cursings. According to all that is written in the book of the law. You see? Alright? Verse 35, there was not a word of all that Moses commanded which Joshua read not before all the congregation of Israel. Everything was read, man. He went into the rape doctrine just like we do today, man. Okay? He went into the fact that homosexuals and lesbians are an abomination, that they should be put to death, man. Everything is a part of the law. All right, all nations cannot be saved. The Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, only loves the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which is a part of the law, which is written in the book of the law, which Joshua was presenting before the children of Israel. Just like we're presented it to you Israelites today. Who are you so-called? Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. Verse 35, there was not a word of all that Moses commanded which Joshua read not before all the congregation of Israel, with the women and the little ones and the strangers that were conversant among them. This was taught to everyone. All right. This is our standard of living as the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. I say so-called because we are really the children of Israel. All right, and we are to be held to these standards, which our people don't keep, which is why they're in the bottom, which is why they catch hell, which is why they're being discriminated against, because the Lord has turned us over to that. Why? Because we didn't keep these laws, so therefore we became cursed. Tells you that in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. That's all we're saying out there in the highways and byways. If you don't get it before the Lord comes back, you will be destroyed. All right, which means that you are cursed. All right. You continue to be cursed. So the Lord's going to go ahead and get rid of you in these last days when he returns. All right. So with that, Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, across the world, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. Shalom and abad Babal.